This is the Maloca Mayantuyacu. It's quite large, as you can see. High roof. This is where the ceremonies are done, from ayahuasca to tobacco ceremonies, I guess, too. There's a tobacco ceremony in like half an hour. I don't think I'm going to do that. And like right outside is the boiling river. This is like the river, which is so hot, it's like, it will scald you alive if you go into it. It's really hot. And it's like got vapors. It's not volcanic, it's like geothermic or something, but it's like really hot. There's various waterfalls and other things like further along, which are cooler, which you can like bathe under. It's really nice. I'll see if I can get some videos of that stuff later. Let me zoom in here. Agua caliente. Water is hot. Really quite nice here. We are sleeping up in this part right up here. Up here. But there's sort of little residences all over the place where people can live. Although I think this part over the bridge is where like the employees live. Over at that section. Anyway, it's pretty cool here. It's a bit dark.
It doesn't rain. It would be nice if it didn't rain, so that just the walk would be a little less like
crazy. Yeah, for real. Less slippery.
Sliding down.
No, for real.
Yeah.
So dramatic, that scene with the mist rising up. That's nuts, man.
I took a picture of that little freaky guy that's hanging.
Which guy?
On the bridge.
Yeah?
But like when we were crossing the bridge, and it's like him, and there's just steam rising up behind him. And
yeah.
It looks really like tribal or something.
Ya, bueno, niños, eso es la cocina donde comemos. Eso aquí es donde estoy viviendo, es mi dormitorio aquí. Es muy simple, básico, no hay nada. Hay una cama. Y en la noche tenemos que poner esta cosa por arriba para que los tarántulas no me muerdan. Hay que poner eso. Y no hay luz. Parece como hay luz, pero no se funciona. No funciona. Así en la noche tenemos que usar velas, puro velas. ¿Ya? Es un planta mágico, se llama Shirixanango. Shirixanango. Eso. Entonces eso es donde estoy viviendo. Voy para afuera. Sí, y a todos como manual, difícil abrir todo. Y afuera tenemos la selva, mira. Mira qué hermoso todo. Estoy haciendo un video para my kids. Mira, es muy hermoso todo. Es como Jurassic Park. Hay velociraptors, tiranosaurios aquí, todo. Mira, es hermoso. Y esta vapor es por la calentura del río, es como hirviendo. Y más allá, aquí es la Maloca. Eso es donde tenemos las ceremonias de la ayahuasca aquí en la noche. Ponieron muchas velas alrededor de todos los puntitos. Era muy linda experiencia. Eso. Hay muchas casitas y como cabañas, supongo, que es suficiente por como 50 gente, dicen. Así es muy grande terreno, supongo yo. Muy hermoso. Esta arriba es una enorme casa azul. Eso es del maestro Juan Flores, el maestro de ayahuasca. Es muy hermoso. He tenido muy buena experiencia aquí. Súper lindo. Estoy volviendo al otro lado. Es como este edificio donde vivo, es como un círculo. Así puedo ir a un círculo y voy a volver. ¿Dónde? A mi dormitorio. Y mira, mis zapatos son tan cochinos. Tuvimos lluvia y tanto varo. Arruiné mis lindos zapatos, mira, son muertos. Y esos son mis dos amigos, esos Ryan y Lele. Ellos están con la Estefanía. Hello. Ya. Ya nos vemos pronto, te amo. Ciao. Hey, so we're here at Mayantuyacu. This is the retreat of Don Juan Flores. Now this is the maestro of Stefania, who I'm always saying Stefania, Stefania, Stefania. This is our maestro. We came up here to work with him. I'm here with Ryan, Don. Hey Ryan. Lele, his cousin, right? And we're here. We're here for Lily and me are here for 5 days. Ryan's here for like 3 weeks, I think. He's doing a dieta. But in 5 minutes, there's an ayahuasca ceremony. This will be my first ayahuasca ceremony in about 8 years. All of us have been on. Well, these guys have all been on hardcore diets here. Hardcore dieting, pastorelli style, right? And so, who knows what will happen? Now, this guy's Mr. Don Juan Flores. You don't have to say Mr. Don. That's like saying Mr. Because Don means Mr. Kind of, right? So Don Juan Flores is he's well known. I said to Stefania, "Who's the best shaman in the whole of Pucallpa?" And she's like, "El Maestro Don Juan Flores." So he's the best guy supposedly. Now I've had some really good ceremonies with my guy Julian, and I'm really keen to see what happens. I'm going to take an incredibly small amount just to sort of feel it out. I'm expecting just open visions anyway. Mayantuyacu is really down home. There's no lights. We're using candles. I'm running out of energy on my phone, so I'm just cutting this short. And tomorrow, I'll do a video, or after I'll do another video saying how amazing it was, right? Meeting the plant spirits. See, if you do it, I'm expecting you guys to meet plant spirits tonight. Like, oh, it's Camarinaco, right? And Tahuari, right? So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Watch out for snakes here. There are snakes and wild hogs and various other things apparently. So snakes most important at this stage, I guess, at this time of the morning. So apparently they've got a distinct smell, which is unpleasant. Here's the river. Continue downwards. There we go. I was trying to get here the other day, but I forgot the path. But no, I seem to have remembered. So that's positive. Right. Almost like a little stairway there, but it's not. Not really. I don't think so. Don't know if we went down that way the last time or not. Can't remember. Have to be careful though, because it's quite treacherous terrain here in some parts. Making some noise here just in case there's any animals. Ah, that seems to be a generator pulling hot water from here up into the retreat center. That's interesting. Huh. Fresh hot water. Who knew? I think I saw this other day when we came here. Alright. Keep going. Probably dangerous filming here, actually, walking and filming at the same time. Kind of need both your arms present. I bit the dust here the other day really hard, further along, once we moved down to the river center. No, it's going to start raining? No, it's the trees. The trees have a lot of water on them from last night. No, almost fell down. Yeah. I should find a big stick just in case I have to defend myself from something. The friggin' rainforest can't see a stick anywhere. Brilliant. Alright. Brilliant news. Joe. That was scary. A bird scared the crap out of me. Genius. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'll be back. Okay, so we're just off that track now. Now on the rocks beside the boiling river, which is about 90 degrees, I guess. Right? Very close to boiling. You put your hand in, you can kind of, it's like scalding bathwater. You'd want to get your hand out immediately. You do not want to fall in this. You would go into shock and die instantly. You wouldn't have much time to get saved. So you gotta be careful. Some parts aren't that deep, but a lot of it, you know, you could get quite, you could die easily if you fell in. I suppose if you had complete body coverage, you'd be fucked. Okay. Trying to see the part I fell the other day. I fell the other day pretty hard, so I want to be careful I don't fall down again. That was really sore. Bit the dust in a big way. Let me see. The temperature of the vapor coming off this, of the steam, very, very hot. Very hot. Yesterday I got engulfed with a whole ray of it and I thought I was going to pass out. It was so incredibly hot. There we go. Yeah. So this was the first place they showed us or a couple of days ago, I guess last week. So there's one place you can actually swim in here, which is, maybe we're here already. I think we're there already. Because there's actually a part which is cold. I don't think this is it. This is there's one part where you can swim where it's not too hot. I don't think this is it, because this looks hot. Maybe it's not. But it has to be, because it doesn't cool down that fast, right? So I think I got to go up here, up in this cliff face, and then further along. I'm going to turn off to do that. So this is when you discover why it's called the Amazonian rainforest. I was coming out because I want to go swimming in this little waterfall, which is like a little shower. You can go under there and enjoy it. But it's only 7 a.m. Got a little bit of rain. A little bit of rain, you might say. Oh well. I'm keeping the phone dry by putting it inside my wallet. I thought that was a brilliant idea, but it won't be good forever. Hopefully the rain stops. To get out of here, that was quite a long walk along the river there, but the river might go up in, it might go up, might get, what's the word? Deeper because of the rain. So the only other way out is up here. That doesn't look like much, but that is fucking steep, right? We did it the other day. And it's quite a long hike back to the compound, but I guess we'll feel it out. The rainforest. So it's really nice and exciting, but worried about anaconda, boa constrictors, this kind of stuff. I've been looking for them, but you know, hopefully they give me a break, right? I'm sure, right? Anyway, I'm going to do a video about my ayahuasca ceremony the other night. I think I might do that before or after I swim. Don't know. Maybe after would be good. Feel refreshed. Gonna jump in and then come back to do a video about my surprisingly beautiful ayahuasca ceremony 2 nights ago. Tomorrow there's another one. Yeah, back in a minute after I swim. Wow, the water was spectacular. Funny thing is, I was only in for about 5 minutes. Kind of chilly. The other day we came here and it was hot, so it was nice. Bit chilly. I'm just gonna do a panorama here, I guess, just to show the vibe generally. There's like one pool. Doesn't look that spectacular here, but it's pretty spectacular. It's small, but it's like the whole panorama. And then there's another one up here, which is right there. Like, now, funnily enough, there's actually a little house up there. This is where you would do a dieta, but this is like 2 kilometers away from the main compound. So that would be like for a strict diet. You'd come out here and they'd deliver your food to you once a day. And there's like a little pathway up to it there. The pathway up to that place here. So like when the water rises, you got to go up this way. So I was thinking of doing that, but it's like, it's really steep for about 500 meters. So, you know, my legs still hurt from the last time because it was really steep. My knees are weak, so I'm not going to go up that way. I'm going to try and go back along the water. No, I did have an ayahuasca ceremony. Had an ayahuasca ceremony the other night. It was very interesting. Haven't had a real ceremony in about 6 years. So I spoke to Juan Flores. He doesn't like being called Maestro. He says, call me Juan Flores. And he said he'd give me a small portion. He still gave me half a cup. So I took a tiny little bit. Anyway, all the lights go out and it's complete silence for maybe 45 minutes. And then I start having some light visions right about the time the Icaros start. So the way it works here is he does one Icaros, then he's got about 8 students, and each one, they built like a call order. So they go one after the other singing Icaros, and then it goes back to him. Then they go round again, like a round robin, and go back to him. So his Icaros was cool, and then went to the first student. And the first student was, he had this Icaros, and it was like, this was like the enduring memory of the whole ceremony. It was just pure Icaros, like of a noble family or something like that. You could just hear it, and it wasn't like it wasn't the words, it was the melody. And I had a couple of realizations. One was that as I tuned in to this piece of sort of divine melody of the noble family, what I recognized it as was what I recognize when I meditate as pure consciousness. And that made me realize that what happens when we take ayahuasca is basically a tool set for pure consciousness. It creates reality or visions out of pure consciousness on the fly. That's what it's doing, based on the predominant vibration, which in this case was the Icaros. As this vibration moved through me, I moved into the vibration and had this amazing vision of my children. You know, it's so funny because it like hit me, and I just smile. I was like, I was so happy. I was so loving. This pure love going through me for my kids. I had asked Juan Flores earlier, you know, Julian said to me, Scott, you're going to be a shaman. And I said, dude, you know, you tell me. I mean, you're like the maestro, right? He's famous, this guy. I'm reading a couple of books here. They've got a little library in the kitchen. Jeremy Narby's new book, not that new, a couple of years new, The Intelligence of Plants, maybe I think it's called? No, The Intelligence of Nature. First chapter is about Juan Flores. There's another one on shamanism. First chapter about Juan Flores, right? So he's kind of well known as like he's a highly respected dietero or shaman, right? So I said to him, listen, you tell me, am I going to be a shaman, right? Is that the deal? Because it doesn't feel like it to me. Anyway, what was happening with that strain of pure consciousness is it seemed to be saying to me, focus on your family. Because that's where the pure love is, you know? And if you feel that kind of love for shamanism, then go for it, right? But I think it's had an impact on how I'm viewing the immediate future of like what my plans are, right? Since that is so important, clearly. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. The whole theme of this video, which I forgot to mention, is this. Ayahuasca is Persia. What? How can ayahuasca be Persia? It's not really Persia. But what happens is it's got this like exotic feel to it, which you forget. I'd forgotten about it. And it's almost like you've gone to ancient Persia, lived there for 1,000 years, and you come back, and you know every little detail and nuance of its culture. It's just unbelievable. And it's all created out of pure consciousness. Now, as you know, I've done ayahuasca a few times and other medicines, and a lot of times I did ayahuasca, I had some amazing experiences, but I didn't really feel like I was healed or changed. I felt like I was changed psychically and stuff. But I must admit, in the last couple of days since the ceremony, that sense of pure consciousness is sort of still with me. And it's affecting how I perceive and interpret my interpretations of the world, of who I am and this kind of stuff. So it's having a bigger effect than it has previously, I think. Even though it's a much lighter, it was a very, very light dose I took. I had consistent visions. Not consistent, it was more like I was going under the water and out the water. It was like I was skimming the surface. Sometimes plunging deep under, not deep, sort of shallow under and coming out. It was perfect for what I needed, you know? But I keep thinking I'm going to see a panther coming up behind me or something like that. But it was really beautiful and perfect for what I needed. And I think I may not need to do it tomorrow, but you know, it's like, uh-oh, thunder and lightning. I'm going to stop. I'll get back to this later. I got to get back.